Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to chemistry class. Today in this class we will discuss about the chapter some basic concept of the chemistry. Okay. So what is the basic concept of the chemistry? So in this section we will discuss about what is the classification or branches of chemistry. So in which first is inorganic chemistry, the branch of chemistry studied all the elements and their compound except those of organic nature are studied in inorganic chemistry. Organic chemistry means compounds of carbon basically are known as organic chemistry. Carbon has an unique property of forming exceptionally a very large number of compounds, and these compounds are aliphatic hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Benzene and its derivatives, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, polymers, vitamins, etc. All these elements are studied under organic chemistry because they are made up of carbon compounds, carbon elements. Okay. Now physical chemistry, this branch of chemistry offers a logical explanation to the various chemical phenomenon with the help of various rules, hypotheses, theories, rules and laws, and all psychochemical aspects of physiochemical aspects of various energy changes involved in these chemical reactions are studied under physical chemistry. Next one is analytical chemistry. So branch of chemistry which deals with the quantitative and quantitative analysis of the solid, liquid and gaseous mixture are studied under analytical chemistry. In this biochemistry, the branch which deals with the application of chemistry in biological system, chemical physics, this branch also takes into accounts of the study of the chemistry of physical systems such as plasma. Industrial chemistry, the branch deals with the industrial aspects of manufacturing of metal, non-metal and other type of compounds are known as the industrial chemistry. Agricultural chemistry, it deals with the chemical aspects of agriculture's, example development of seeds, fertilizers, insecticide, pesticide, etc. are studied under agricultural chemistry. Next, pharmaceutical chemistry, this branch is related to the drug used for the prevention and cure of the various disease are studied under pharmaceutical chemistry. Now, the important studying of the chemistry, first one is classification of matters. So as we know that matter exists basically in three forms, that is solid, liquid and gases. So what is the difference between solid, liquid and gases? In solid, the constituent particle, they may be atom, ions or molecule, are arranged in a regular fashion, or you can say that they are closely packed in a occupied volume. And in case of liquid, the constituent particles are far away from each other and there are intermolecular distances are greater than solids, and force of attraction is also lesser than solids. And in case of gases, the molecules are very much far apart with each other, and there is no force of attraction between the gaseous molecule, and there is large distance between two atom or ions of gaseous molecules. Okay. So it is the basic difference between solid, liquid and gases. Now, classification of matter. So matter is divided into elements. So elements are the constituents of all pure substance. Means all pure substances are made up of elements. A pure substance is that substance which contains only one type of substance, and all pure substances are the made up of elements. So you can define as a pure substance which can neither be decomposed into nor can be synthesized from simplest substance or by ordinary physical or chemical method are known as elements. For example, all the elements which are present in the periodic table are known as elements. For example, hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, all periodic elements are known as elements. Okay. Till now more than 110 elements are known. Okay, and among these 92 are found in earth crust. Gold, silver and copper, iron, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. are some familiar elements of this type. Okay. Now metals. So metals are those substances or those elements which possesses a characteristic luster, means shining, moderate hardness, and malleability, means can be pressed into sheet, ductility means can drawn into a thin wire and are good conductor of heat and electricity. For example, iron, copper, silver, gold, zinc, aluminium, etc. They are all are known as metals. And non-metals, these are usually do not possess a sign and are generally brittle, and brittle means breaking on the into pieces, and these are either poor conductor of or non-conductor of heat and electricity. All gases like oxygen, nitrogen, and solid like carbon, phosphine, etc. are non-metals. Metalloids means the element which possesses both properties characteristics of metals and non-metals are called metalloids. Germanium, arsenic, selenium, etc. are some examples of metalloids. Now, compounds. What are compounds? The combination of elements or group of elements are basically known as compounds. Yeah, simply you can say compounds are also regarded as pure substances, and they are made up of two or more elements in definite ratio by mass. A compound may be defined as the substance obtained by chemical combinations of two or more elements in the definite proportion by mass, and can be decomposed by chemical means into its constituent elements. For example, H2O, water, is a compound because it is made up of elements of hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 1:8 by mass, and it can be decomposed into its constituent elements hydrogen, oxygen by passing electric current into it. So it is the basic concept about the compounds. Now, the properties of compounds are quite different from those of its constituent elements. For example, sodium burns with the burns when placed in contact with the water, and chlorine is a poisonous gas. The compound sodium chloride, common salt, obtained from their combinations neither burns into the water nor is a poisonous. So the compound may be further classified into following categories, that is inorganic compounds, when the compound obtained by non-living sources, for example seawater, earth crust, rock, etc. are known as the inorganic compounds, and they are non-organic and are compound of all the elements except those compounds of carbon which are of organic nature. Water, potassium sulfate, nitric acid, sodium nitrate are the examples of compounds of this type. Now, organic compounds means compounds of carbon. These are compounds of carbon and have the organic nature. Okay, they are mostly obtained from the living sources like plants and animals. Although these compounds are of organic origin, yet we have not slowly depends upon the plants and animals not for these compounds. Almost all the organic compounds obtained from plants and animals and can now synthesize artificially. Means you can obtain the organic compounds from plant and other living type of organism, but nowadays they compounds may also be synthesized in the laboratory. Okay. Now mixtures. What are mixtures? When two or more elements or compounds are mixed in any arbitrary ratio in such a way that the component do not lose their identity are known as mixtures. Okay, then the combination thus obtained is called mixture. Thus, a mixture may be defined as the combinations of two or more elements or compounds in any arbitrary ratio which retains an identity of the components by mixing. Okay? Now, mixtures are classified into two parts. Number one is homogeneous mixture, means when the components of mixture are distributed uniformly throughout the sample. That is, all the components are present in the ratio in the all parts of it and is said to be homogeneous mixture. For example, such mixtures are quite common in all three states. Example, solid, liquid and gases. All alloys, example brass, stainless steel, glass, gems, etc. are the examples of solid homogeneous mixture. Okay. Now, heterogeneous mixture, the mixtures in which the components are not distributed uniformly are called heterogeneous mixture. Such mixture possesses different composition in their different parts. The component of a heterogeneous mixture can be seen either with naked eye or with the help of the microscope. A mixture of sand and iron filling is an example of such type of mixture, or you can other type of examples can take. For example, salt and metal mixture are also type of heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.